Hello everyone. I wanted to cover the week 1 assignment, and basically I'm going to start after we install the Docker desktop. So if you can follow on your own all the way up to here, so basically ensure that Docker is running. So that part that you can do on your own, and you can see here that I have Docker already installed and it's up and running. As you can see here, it's the green color is fine, the engine is running. All right, now what I want to focus on is starting from the docker pull Mongo. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a command line prompt, and we are going to type these commands. So this one says docker pull Mongo, and what we're doing is we're basically pulling a image of the MongoDB that's on the Docker registry. So if I open up my terminal, since I'm on a Mac machine, I'm going to do a docker pull Mongo. Now when I just type Mongo and I stop there, it's basically gonna download the latest image of Mongo. If you want to specify a certain version, then you can do colon followed by the version number. Okay, but since I want the latest, I'm just going to keep it as Mongo. When I hit enter, it's going to go out to the internet, and as you can see here, it's getting the latest, and it's just going to download some stuff for me. Okay, and now that the download is complete, I got the newest image of Mongo, latest version. Now if I go to my Docker images, now I see Mongo is here. Okay, so that's what just got downloaded. And to use the command line prompt, I can go back to terminal, and here I can do docker followed by the word images, and it's going to give me all the images that I currently have on my machine, which right now is just Mongo. Okay, so now going back to here, we need to issue the run command, and basically what this is going to do is it's going to create a container for me based on the MongoDB that I just pulled. And to understand all this command, basically docker is docker, run is the run command. Minus d is basically detach, or short for detach, so that you can do other things on your computer. And then p is short for port, and the 27, well, all this number here, this is a range of ports, followed by a colon, followed by the same number of range of ports. So what we're saying here is that we want to map these port numbers to the same port numbers on the container as well. Okay, and then this is a name attribute, because we can control the name of the container that we want to create. So in this case, we're going to call it MongoDB, and then Mongo is based on the Mongo image that we just pulled. All right, so all you have to do is just highlight, copy this whole image, go back to terminal or to your command line prompt, paste it, and then run it. And it comes back with this very long ID. Okay, that's the name or the long version of the container name. Now if I go back to my Docker desktop and click on containers, I now see that I have a container. Okay, and that's this is the name for it, because that's what I called it in this command. Here's Mongo, and here's Mongo, and then this long thing here, okay, the 61E something. Well, let me see if I can expand this. No, I can't. Oh, all right. But where would it go? Here. So this is the long name, starts with a 61E something, and the same thing here. That's the long version as well. Okay, so that's the long ID, and then this is just the short reference name. So now I have a container called Mongo, and now I also have an image called Mongo, and this container is based on this image. Okay, and some more, well, we've done this before, the Docker images, we've seen that. If you want to see also in the command line prompt what containers are currently running, then the command is docker ps. Okay, and let's see if I could expand this more. All right, so I have, well, the docker ps basically is going to show you all the active containers that are running, the active processes. If you want to see everything that's even not running, then you would do docker space ps-a, but in my case, I only have one container and it's running already, so it's going to give you the same information. But if you had multiple containers, some are running, some are not running, the ps-a would give you, all, while the docker just ps would give you just the active running containers. Okay. All right. So back to the guide. Alright, so the guide basically also says to run this command, which is going to enter us into the MongoDB shell. Now, if I run this command as is, this will give us a problem. Okay, so now I'm in the MongoDB shell, or the bash shell, and it says to run these commands. You know, Mongo, use the admin, show DBs, and so on. So if I do Mongo, I get a Mongo command not found. Now the reason is because there was a little problem, still is happening, between Docker and MongoDB with newer versions, because the MongoDB version 6 doesn't play well with Docker. So what we have to do here, well, I'm gonna Control C to exit out of that. Oops, exit, sorry. The workaround is to run the same command that I did a moment ago, but instead of using the bash, I'm going to use the built-in Mongo shell, which is called Mongo sh. Okay, so I'm going to run the same command. I just changed bash to Mongo shell. Hit enter. So that's going to, now I'm entered into the Mongo shell, and here I can do according to what the commands here tell me. Oh, Mongo's already, I'm already in the MongoDB shell, so I could now use, I could type use admin and show DB. So use admin, okay, switch to DB admin, and then show DBS. So it's going to show me all the databases that are currently installed, which are admin, config, and local. Okay, and then to get out of this, I'm going to exit, and now I'm back to my command line prompt. Okay, so that's pretty much it for week one. Here it's basically just some information stuff that you need to stop your container, and because it is consuming resources. So you can do it by doing docker stop and then name of the container, or you can also go to your Docker desktop and then go to your container section, and then from here you can click on stop as well. Okay, so again, the desktop is just a nice web interface, or a GUI for us, and then the command line prompt is, you can do pretty much the same thing, but from a command line prompt versus a GUI. Okay, so that's pretty much for week one. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, please do let me know. Thank you.